Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday's devotional. We are in 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 8, and this is a story that now Elisha, who you remember took over for Elijah when he was taken up in a whirlwind with the chariots. Now he's gone to a town called Shunem, and he meets a wealthy woman there, and she urged him to come into her home and have a meal. And after that, he passed that way every time, and he would stop in and have a meal with her and her husband. And she said to her husband, I'm sure this man who stops by from time to time is a holy man of God. So let's build a small room for him on the roof and furnish it with a bed, table, and chair and lamp. Then he will have a place to stay whenever he comes by. So they're providing a room for him to stay in. So their friendship develops over time, and because of the kindness that he has received from the family, he wants to do something for the family, but there's nothing that they need. They're wealthy. And so they say to him, no, we don't need anything. You don't have to worry about it. So he goes to somebody else, and he says, what does this family need that they don't have? And this friend says, well, they don't have any children. They don't have a son. And they would really like to have a son. And so Elijah tells her that next time this year, you will be holding your son in your arms. And she says, no, my Lord, she cried, O man of God, don't deceive me and get my hopes up like that. So she's pretty excited about it. And in fact, she does get a son. And he grows into a boy, and maybe a teenager, or maybe a little earlier than that. And he ends up getting sick, and he dies, and Elisha is away. And so she goes to Elisha, and she falls on the ground before him and catches hold of his feet. And then she says, did I ask you for a son, my Lord? And didn't I say, don't deceive me and get my hopes up? Then Elijah said to Gehazi, that's the person that goes with Elisha. I should have said Elisha, not Elijah. Get ready to travel, take my staff, and we'll go, because the son has now died. And Elisha's going to go and be with, go to the son. And he goes in and does the same thing Jesus does. He gets everybody out of the room, and he lays on top of this boy 3 times. And finally, the boy who was dead comes alive. Now, there's been a few people that have done that. Elijah did that. Now Elisha's doing that. Jesus, of course, anybody that comes within 10 feet of Jesus rises from the dead if they're dead. So this is pretty exciting and pretty neat for the family, too, that this son is now alive after he was indeed dead for quite a while. The thing that is Jesus talks about that has to do with this is Jesus teaches that if you welcome a prophet as one who speaks for God, you receive the same reward that the prophet gets. So the Shunammite woman welcomes Elisha, and her reward is that her child is restored to life. So welcoming a prophet, Jesus says, you get what a prophet gets. The prophet is preaching life, and so you get life. That's kind of cool. And that, by the way, is in Matthew 10:41. The amazing thing about this story, and other stories like it, is that God seems to be giving a precursor to what's going to happen in Jesus, that death is not the final answer. It isn't for Elisha. It isn't for this woman. It's not the final answer. There's another answer. And we get hints of it here. We get hints of it with Elijah. We get hints of it other places. But when we get to Jesus, then we see it for real. Like I said, he gets within 10 feet of a dead body. It rises from the dead because Jesus is life. And one of the biggest deals that we have, one of the biggest problems we have, is death. It's something we all fear. It's something we all think about, or we don't want to think about. But God has, it says in the Bible, and I love this, God has swallowed up death. Swallowed up death. Isn't that amazing? I mean, think about that. It's like a tiger swallowing up its prey. God has pounced on death and has swallowed it up so that it's not the final answer anymore. And once you are saved, once you believe in Jesus, you have eternal life and life forever. And that's pretty exciting. And maybe we don't see that now so much, but you will. It will make a difference in your life, I can tell you. We buried Faith Denny yesterday. And I said this at the graveside. I said, this is not the final answer for faith. There's something more, and it's because of Jesus Christ, who is, like he says, I am the way, the truth, and I am the life. I am life itself that will conquer death for us in our last days. So, it's good news. It's great news that there is something more to us than just our physical bodies, but that God is going to bring us into a new life one day in him. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.